Insist on superuser privileges? Hope you like getting up in the middle of the night. I worked at this company as a software developer. And as it was a relatively small business at the time, all the developers took turns being on call for dealing with issues with our production site. People who were part of this rotation could get notified of a problem any time of day or night, and were given superuser privileges to configure and manage our production systems, so that they could have the ability to address any problems that arose. Among these superuser utilities was something that allowed us to re-execute all or part of our overnight reporting runs. This could be used for testing, overriding the recipient with an internal address so only we would get the reports, or to send corrected reports after an error. Originally, these tools were available to any employee, but we quickly changed that when we had people messing around with the controls without understanding what they were doing and accidentally sending our customers duplicate reports. When access to these tools was taken away, some folks, mostly in sales, would ask us to run certain reports for them. Usually we were fine with this, as long as they were reasonably respectful of our time. One sales guy, however, decided he couldn't wait for us to have time to do his tasks, and wanted direct access to these tools. Knowing that our bosses wouldn't give him access, he started directly pestering developers to grant him superuser privileges. We'd tell him no, but he'd just come back and keep asking, thinking that at some point somebody would give in. When he came around to me, I decided to take a different approach. I told him that I certainly could make the required changes to give him access to these tools. He looked pleased. Then I told him that I'd just have to add him to the rotation. When he asked what that meant, I explained that because these privileges were so powerful, they came with responsibility, and that everyone who had them was part of the system monitoring rotation. So if the production system goes down at 3 a.m., for example, I said, you'd receive alerts on your phone so that you could help with resolving them. This was patently ridiculous, as he didn't have any of the required skills. But the part about being woken up at 3 a.m. was what grabbed his attention. He looked like he'd been told he'd have to eat a live rat. But he tried to be casual, saying that on second thought maybe he could get along without superuser rights. He never bothered any of us about it again. I've declined superuser privilege for the past decade even though I have the knowledge. Because I don't want the responsibility. Every few months I have to wait 12 hours for something I could have done in 30 seconds. And I'm okay with that. Well done. Always fun when the sales folk want access. I had a task where I had to release the software I'd written, but also didn't have access to the folder where I needed to put it, even though I had requested access. Imagine my boss's surprise when we came in Monday morning and the files were there and everything was working. He asked, "Do I want to know how you did that?" Quote, "Let's just say that Microsoft still has bugs in their FTP server and that you guys haven't loaded the latest patches." No, really. I'm so grateful you want to be part of the team. What was your last name again? Quote, "Sales guy runs screaming into the night. I can't help but feel as though the bastard operator would approve of this mild chicanery. Well done." I recently had my admin rights revoked for roles and responsibilities. Financial system. I helped implement, but we are now locking it down. I gave that role up as soon as the idea was mentioned. Now when someone has a problem that my role can't fix, I hand them off to an admin user and go about my day. With great power comes great responsibility. It's 0300 hours. Mr. Sales Guy, time for you to tote the ring cross-country to the volcano. Good luck. We're all counting on you. That was not malicious. After all, you were going to give him what he asked for. It was problem solving of the highest order. You missed the chance to title this, "With superuser powers comes superuser responsibilities." Also implement a PAM solution, like Thycotic or Beyond Trust. Dude read Ready Player One and thought he knew what superuser privileges mean. I worked at a company with 215 superusers with individual keys on every instance of a server. Automation would remove your key when you left the company. I was hoping for a more BOFH type of ending, but a cowering sales droid will have to suffice. Awesomely effective, smart thinking. This doesn't really seem like malicious compliance because you bluffed him with that spiel when the higher-ups would never have signed off on it. Good way to deal with the guy regardless. A lot of really important must-have features are no longer needed once the requester is reacquainted with the actual cost associated with those privileges. I just love when pushy and demanding salespeople get called out on their bad behavior. Should have given him access and had him get automatic calls at 3 a.m. as promised, then explain that you had already added him to the rotation, but you still beat him at his own game. Great job.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.